Hello friends! We're going to do a little experiment here thinking about birds' beaks and the shape of their beaks and how that dictates what they eat. And so what you're going to need is you're going to need a couple serving utensils, maybe a fork, a spoon, a knife would be good. They can be metal, they can be plastic, they can be whatever you got. Then you're going to need some food. For me, I've got some popcorn seeds here, but you can use anything. You can use beads for some jewelry, you could use black beans, you could use garbanzo beans that were dry. You can use whatever thing you have as long as it's round and it's going to sit here on your tray. The next thing you're going to need a tray. I just grabbed our pizza pan. You can use any sort of pan. Helpful thing is that if it has a rim, that will keep your seeds on there. And then finally you are going to need some sort of timer. So I've got my phone here and I have my timer. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pour the rest of those in. What you're going to do is you're going to set your timer for 20 seconds. And you're going to then, in that 20 seconds, you are going to collect as many of these popcorn pieces or whatever sort of food you have on your tray and put them inside of your stomach. Okay? Now, some of the rules here is that you can only get one piece at a time. Alright, so only one piece of food at a time, and do not use the edges in order to get that food. Okay? So I'm going to start my timer, and one at a time. Try to get this popcorn in. Once you got those pieces in there, next you're going to count the number of pieces that you have. Alright, for my knife, I'm just going to set that over here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces in there. Next you're going to do another round with a different utensil. So this time I'm going to use my fork. Stop. With my fork, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces, actually 10. Alright, set that there. And then finally I'm going to use the spoon. Alright, and with my spoon, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so I got 11 pieces of food with my spoon, 10 with the fork, and only 7 with the knife. So, which beak did the best? It was the spoon. Yeah, so the spoon is adapted to scoop up some of that food. Can you think of a food item that would be good to use a knife with? Yeah, maybe like some meat, right? It'd be really hard to cut a chunk of meat off with my spoon, but with my knife, I could cut through there and get a piece out. Can you think of something that would work, this fork would work better for? Yeah, maybe something like marshmallows that you can stab. So think of this as like a beak of an animal that might have to stab its food, like a great blue heron that's got a long beak. This is more like a duck that's scooping through the water and filtering out. And the knife is more like a great horned owl, right? That would have to rip its food and swallow it whole. So now it's your turn. Go ahead, find some materials. Remember, you can substitute anything as long as it's about the same. You just need some food, a rimmed container, a stomach, and then a couple different utensils. You can try this yourself.